So I couldn't recommend it highly enough to anyone out there who suffers any sort of low back pain.
My mom said the first time I got on that thing and inverted, she said the look on my face, I looked like I was so relieved of the pressure.
And I will continue to use it for my back for many years to come.
It's been one of the best purchases that I've ever made in my life.
I have 6 grandkids, and I am able to get on the floor and play with them. Thanks for being there for me. I really appreciate it. Keep up the good work and stay upside down.
Man, it feels so good and just really relaxes you. I don't know that I'll ever not use this every day.
We use it every night right before we go to bed. We love our inversion table and we couldn't do without it.
I just really wanted to say thank you.
And it is hard to believe, after more than 2 decades here, our Teeter inversion table has never, ever been featured as a Today Special.
I know.
I had to just read that 3
New
times.
Year, right?
It is a Happy New Year. Riley Teeter is joining us. This is something that her dad helped to create, and let me tell you, it is something that is truly going to change your life. I know it changed in terms of my life. My mom had her last years were so much more comfortable because she had a Teeter inversion table. I have sent this to so many of my friends, and this is what's so important about it. There are other inversion tables, except no substitute. This one is the one that has a UL listing, and if you're gonna be hanging upside down, you want that UL listing. That is so important. But what's really important is the benefits you get from this. This is an FDA medically cleared device, okay? And not only that, here's the things we can say that this is going to help you with. A class 1 medical device, we can say that. Yeah, you know what else we can say? For the following conditions, this is going to help temporarily relieve back pain. Sciatica, if you have ever had sciatica, you know how painful that is. Spinal degenerative joint disease, spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension, weight, there's more. Herniated disc. How else are you gonna get any kind of relief outside of pills, right? With a herniated disc, degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome, muscle spasm. This is the most amazing way for you to be able to temporarily get relief from so many different conditions, and at the same time, love every minute of it that you're on it. That's the most incredible thing. Never before, I had to check it again.
I know.
Never before have we done it at this price. 25 years here, and the price is now at the lowest price. Everybody knows everything's going up, everything's more expensive, except one of our top sellers for decades, our Teeter inversion table. Riley, I'm so excited that we are kicking off the new year.
I know.
And I know we miss your dad so much. I'm gonna
thank you.
I
know.
It's been about a year since we lost him.
Yeah.
And his passion for this was so overwhelming. But I think that there are a lot of people out there that feel exactly the same way, and we would love to hear from you. Call us if you have used the inversion table. I can name 5 friends of mine right now who use it. So if you're watching today, call us, because people need to understand what a difference this can make in their life.
Yeah, that's what happened with my dad. It made a huge difference in his life. He had been suffering with back pain for 5 years. I mean, so bad that on worst days, he would have to fall from the bed, crawl hands and knees into the bathroom to get hot water on his back just to be able to stand up. And like so many other people who have back pain, he tried so many things to get relief and nothing worked. And then he was at a water ski tournament. He used to design water skis, and he was introduced to inversion. And it was a gravity boot, so you had to strap them on, get hoisted up, and then of course, hoist yourself back down. And he, in the moments of being inverted, he went, this is incredible, but how can anybody do this? Like, this is not something that is accessible for most people. So as an engineer, he started this company with my mom and my grandpa and my uncle in our garage. And so, you know, I mean, it was really born out of his own necessity, but it quickly became a passion for him. And that's why I love to be here at HSN. That's why being here on New Year's, when so many people are making their resolutions, we had to give you the best deal ever in our 25 years, because this opportunity to be right at the start of the year when so many people are making this statement for what they want for their new year. It's a new beginning. I know one of the top things is health. This is an easy way to help your body become more healthy because it's dealing with the joints. You are rejuvenating the joint. It is gonna function better for you. You're gonna have better flexibility, better mobility, and reducing that back pain. And it takes only 3 to 5 minutes.
But you'll wanna stay on it longer. You do.
You do,
wanna stay
but
on it
you
longer.
don't have to.
You don't
I mean,
have
unlike
to.
any other health thing that you wanna do for yourself, most things, it's like you gotta work out for half an hour, you gotta change your clothes. And yes, I'm not saying this replaces that. I'm just saying this is a healthy thing that you do that only takes 3 to 5 minutes and has a huge impact.
A huge impact, absolutely huge. Well, here's the impact we're making on your start of your new year. The lowest price in 25 years, our lowest price ever. Stop and think about what things cost 20 years ago, 25 years ago. And now imagine that we have not only taken it back to, we have not only rolled the price back to that, we've taken it even lower. When we first offered this here, it was $299. That was 25 years ago. Now you are getting it for the lowest price in history, in the history of HSN, in the history actually of Teeter Inversion, because nobody else has this price that we have today, $249.99. And not only that, we can put it on 5 flex payments for you. We're going to ship this to you absolutely free. This large object is coming to your home absolutely free shipping and handling. You need to try this, you need to experience it. It is unlike anything else. Other people may have experienced something similar in chiropractors' offices, places like that. That's how serious this is in terms of being able to help you with certain conditions. And if you just want it for relaxation, just get it for relaxation because it feels fantastic. I want you to listen to Bob. Then we're gonna give you a tour of the very late, this is the newest one that you're looking at right here, okay? So this is the newest, this isn't some like off, you know, little inversion table they found in a warehouse. This is their newest one. Have a listen to what Bob has to say.
I love to golf. I walk 18 holes of golf every Sunday. I was hurting all the time. And golf was a chore. I wasn't hitting the ball that well. I saw the Teeter commercial and I saw one of the guys saying, you know, he inverts and gets out and he plays. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. After like 10 or 12 days, I was fully inverting and I'm flexing on it. And I'm like, wow, you know, it's giving your spine a mini vacation because you're taking all that pressure off of it, letting it stretch out. It's given me a lot of motion back. My pain is reduced. My outlook is great. And I'm hitting the ball the best I've hit since I've been playing golf, you know, since I was 30. I'm jazzed. I'm just, you know. Every Saturday we take the grandkids for like 5 or 6 hours and pretty much anything they want to do, I can keep up with them. And that's huge. I mean, that's quality of life. That's big stuff. You can't buy that. I mean, and that's what you want to do. Teeter helps me lead the physical life I want to live. I don't just endorse stuff unless it's made a big change in my life. And this is one of the things that's made a big change in my life.
It has changed thousands and thousands and thousands of lives, okay, over 25 years here at HSN. But when I say this is the best deal we have ever done in the history of HSN, look at what this normally would sell for in today, okay? If you were to go out and try to buy this today, you would be spending $329 on it, okay? So what we're saving you today is so remarkable because we've even doubled the warranty. Normally this comes with a 5-year warranty. You now have a 10-year warranty. Another $50 value right there. So if you purchase this separately, $378. But I will tell you this, the way this makes you feel is priceless. It is absolutely priceless. You must get it home and you must experience it to really understand why people like me, like so many thousands and thousands and thousands over the years feel so passionately about it. So Riley, give us a tour of what this is, how we do it, and it couldn't be actually any easier. It's very, very simple to use.
I think that's the biggest thing in the testimonials because there's hundreds and hundreds of testimonials for Teeter, and fitness items are lucky if they get a 3-star. You know, like it's very hard to meet the expectations of the consumer when you send home an expensive piece of equipment. This is almost perfect 5. It's 4.7 stars on HSN. The other model, that we presented before. This one's a brand new, so it doesn't have reviews yet, but this one has all the same essentials and all the same benefits. So first thing, I want you to see that you're getting, like I said, all the main essentials. You're getting our specialized decompression bed. This is really, really important because remember we started the presentation talking about the FDA and the 10 back pain conditions. Now, why Teeter is the only brand that has that FDA clearance is because we are built for the benefits. We do not put gimmicks. When we started 40 years ago, we were gaining in popularity over many years, and we got Me Too products that ship directly from overseas and go on to those online sites. And they thought, well, wouldn't it be fun if we added memory foam? And what's funny is, I think it's to people at home, they go, oh gosh, foam sounds so comfortable. But on this particular product, you need to slide and get that decompression. We're stretching out the spine. That's really where the relief comes from, is the decompression that opens up the joints. When you put foam onto a bed, it's like, you know, think about if somebody took memory foam to the playground and put it on the slide, right? The kids would be like stuck at the top, right? So you can see that it's not an effective feature. So we use a special decompressive surface. It lets your body slide, but it also allows us to put on accessories. So these are really cool. These are called acupressure nodes. I actually was out here about a half an hour before everybody got here because I was, you know, stressful doing this job sometimes. So I got all my little nodes lined up into that spot between my shoulder blades that was getting a little achy, and was able to pinpoint that spot and release the tension. And another feature that's really, really important on this bed, Teeter's the only one that has it, is this lumbar bridge. It's not just stuck on here and floating with your body as you're on it. It actually is affixed on. You can see you can put it in a variety of different locations so that you can change the arch of it and the location of it. But what I like to do is set it down low, and what it does is it stops your butt as you go to invert. So it reduces the traction in your lower extremity and increases it in your torso. And really the main difference that makes is that it squares your hips, because most of the time your hips get out of alignment, and from that position the whole rest of the spine follows, because your head has to be on straight, right? Nobody's walking around like this. So when your hips get out of alignment, the back will curve to compensate to bring your head straight. So when you go to the chiropractor, one of the first things they do is lay you down and they look at your leg lengths. And it's not because your legs are actually a different length, it's because it's an indication that your hips are twisted, and they'll start with aligning your hips. So we do the same thing, as we start by aligning your hips. This flat surface here allows the hips to line up here, and then as you pull traction, it will help straighten those. So from here, it's real easy. 1, 2, 3. It's on the handles. You also have this great manual that comes pre-attached. It's laminated. It will last forever. That helps guide you. And we have a free app, Teeter Move, that will give you on-demand classes, tips, tutorials, classes on if you have sciatica pain or want a pre-golf program. Here you can see it. I mean,
it's great for golfers.
It is great. Yes,
my daughter used to use ours because she's a golfer, and she'd come home and she's like, "Oh, my back is killing me." You know,
it's one-sided and rotate. Yes, and you need to maintain the flexibility to have a good swing. So it's critical to have something that deals with your back when you're doing any sort of one-sided and rotational sport. So anyway, it's really easy to get started, but it's really simple when you just follow the guide on the side here. So set your height. I want to show you how simple that is, because this lets you see how easy it is for the whole family to use. Like, this is just slide it.
Right.
I am 5'7". There we go. So set your height. Set your angle. How far back do you want to go? Now, you never have to go to full inversion to get all of the benefits. You set it to whatever angle you feel comfortable at, and the table will stop you there automatically. And the final step is you lock your ankles. Now, I want you to see that you on this table are getting our upgraded ErgoEmbrace cups, and they have foam on the inside, and that makes them soft and squishy, very comfortable, and a hard outer surface. Now you're gonna see that this is not like clamping down my ankles. It has a special ergonomic fit that goes across the top of the foot as well. So you're not gonna have discomfort in your ankles. This actually was a long time design in the making to increase the comfort in the ankles, because that is something that people wanted from our earlier designs, because we've been doing this 42 years. Initially, it was like, gosh, my ankles are hurting me. So we really worked hard to find a solution to solve that. So because I set my height, the idea is half my body weight's on one side of the pivot point and the other half is on the other. So we're using weight displacement to rotate the table. So move weight headward, you go into inversion, move it footward, you come out. Now for some reason, like this is pretty typical that you put your arms back at your side and you may not come all the way back upright, especially if you've been inverted for a while and you've stretched out, which I did before the show. And you just bend your knees. You just bend your knees and you slide your butt, my watch. Siri is wondering what I'm doing. You bend your knees and you slide your butt south. So as long as you move weight footward, this is nothing where, I mean, somebody had mentioned to me earlier in the day that was watching the show, they stopped me in the hallways and they're like, I'm just worried I couldn't get back upright. I don't have that kind of abdominal strength. And I was like, no abdominal strength at all required. Right. You do not have to do sets.
Not at all.
You're gonna bring your arms to your side when you wanna come up and bend your knees. This is, look at how gentle that is. And then when you're ready, you just.
Very simple. It's very simple.
You're not gonna get stuck upside down. You're not gonna go flying backwards. What you do need to do to make sure that you do have that precision balancing, because Ebony here is our new model. This is her first time out on set. I'm so proud of her for being brave and inverting, first time live TV. Although she did do it once before at the chiropractor's office. But we played around with her settings a little bit. It was like, she balanced a little bit taller than her actual height. And it took a bit of patience, like jump off, I know I can get it right. We adjusted it, and now she has precision balancing. So all of that information, again, is in the app, on the free app, and you can watch how to find your perfect balance point. But it shouldn't take you more than a few minutes. It's simply playing with the height adjustment a little bit, and knowing that if you carry more weight on your upper body, you may have to adjust it a little bit longer if you carry it more in your lower body, a little shorter.
We have lots of things to share with you. I just want to share with you again, in case you're just tuning in, that this is going to be your favorite thing. It is going to be your favorite moment of your day once you get this home and you start using it. It feels fantastic. Yes, it has so many health benefits. I'm going to put up again some of the conditions that this is an FDA medically cleared device, okay? So when we couldn't say this if it weren't true, okay? If the FDA hadn't approved these claims, all right? That this can be used to help temporarily relieve back pain, sciatica. Sciatica can be so crazy painful. Spinal degenerative joint disease, spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension. So again, that's gonna help you just to relax. It feels fantastic for relaxing. The next page of this is going to be even more. Herniated disc, degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome, muscle spasm. This is a registered Class 1 medical device. Yes, it feels fantastic. Yes, you are gonna look forward to it. And yes, today, you're getting the very best value we have ever done. In 25 years here, I can't even believe it, silver anniversary, and we have never featured this, never featured it as a Today Special. When we first brought it here, it was $299, 25 years ago. Today, 25 years later, it is now at the lowest price you have ever seen, $249.99, and we have doubled that warranty for the first time ever. So now, 10 years, you will have this for 10 years. And I want you to hear now, if you could, from a doctor, because it's so important for you to really understand that this is something that is serious when it comes to making you really, truly feel better.
So when you decompress, there is a lengthening of the spine. And by doing so, with a greater disc height, you've got more room for the nerves, there's less compression with the facet joints, and the spine is just much happier.
For the past 53 years, I've been a neurosurgeon.
with a major interest in chronic pain and dealing with many patients with back pain. Most patients tell me if they use their Teeter inversion table on a regular basis, they simply feel much better. No one has to do anything to you, and I think it's a very natural way to deal with the problem.
I'm just wondering, do you know anybody who doesn't have some form of back pain? Because I don't think at my age that I have any friends who don't suffer in some way.
At least tension or stress, because so many of us are sitting, and the pressure that puts on the spine, sitting all day and not moving,
Right.
and it really, I mean, I wouldn't say I have back pain, but I definitely have stiffness. I definitely have stress from my job. And the difference it makes when you invert, just that relaxation of stretching out all the muscles. That is something, again and again, when you're reading the testimonials, and it's a 4.7 star overall rating, that people are saying, like, I just feel so much more relaxed. Whether that gives them more energy to keep going throughout their day when they get back from work and they're like, I got pep in my step, or if it's just being able to go to bed at night without that crick in their back.
And we want to show you, because I think a lot of times we don't know what's happening inside our bodies as we age, but seeing is believing.
Yeah, this is a study that was done where volunteers actually permitted a pressure sensor to be surgically implanted in their spine. Isn't that crazy? Because they were trying to see, okay, what is happening in our back that it's becoming such an epidemic? And they set a baseline at standing and compared other body positions to it. And they saw that when you bend over, which we know, lift with your legs, right? Your back is fragile in that moment. But here's kind of like the what the heck is happening moment of when you sit down, you feel like you're taking a load off, right? You relax, but all that pressure now is supported in the spine. That's going dumping into the disc because the muscles relax. And that's us in bad posture. So when you're at a computer or looking at your cell phone, but this is really why Teeter works, and in just 3 to 5 minutes, because your discs don't have a blood supply. They wait on the moments when the pressure's off to absorb the nutrition that they need to recover and rejuvenate. And your spine is in background compression even when laying down. And the study shows that you need to pull 60% of your body weight to bring the pressure in the spine to at or near zero. When we get on the Teeter and we invert for 3 to 5 minutes, those discs have that opportunity with zero pressure on them to absorb the nutrition that they need to recover. So if you have spinal degenerative disc disease or spinal stenosis, any of those things that really require extra nutrition and recovery, this is a moment.
Disc, let me tell you. I have one in my neck, and it's one of the reasons I bought this, because I tried it in your studio with your dad one day, and I went, this is coming home with me, because it really made such a big difference. I've been a fan of this for so many years, but watching my mom, who had various forms of different things wrong with her bones, basically, and her back, and she asked me for it. She said, I'd like to try it. I gave that to her, and let me tell you, she was on it every day. Every day. She looked forward to it. It feels so good. You cannot describe how this feels, because there's really no other sensation like it. Until you experience it yourself, please just get it home at the lowest price we've done, knowing you will have this for 10 years. You can use it as much or as little as you want to. You can share it with other people. The whole family can use it if you want to. But it's such a compelling buy today at under $250. And you can see, how many times have you done this now? Just this is your second day to do it? How simple it is. And let me tell you, once you just, everything just changes when you're upside down. It just feels great. And you will feel so secure in this particular model because this is UL listed. And that really matters. It's one of the biggest reasons that I purchased it. It was knowing the quality. When I'm hanging upside down, I want to know that the quality is there. And a lot of the other machines or inversion tables that are the wannabes simply don't have that.
They don't.
Assurance.
Yeah, they do not have that UL safety certification. And that means that HSN, you know, when a product is popular, they want to bring on other takes on it. Like when a cream is good, there's other creams, right?
Everybody
And they've
wants
never
to
been
be
able to
like
bring
it.
on another inversion table because none have met the quality standards. Same with the US military. They require that if there is a standard for a product, it must meet it in order to be used. They really believe in inversion. They did a 6-year evaluation on it. Could only use Teeter products because we're the only ones UL safety certified. And the results they found were remarkable. In fact, I mean, one of the reasons they were so interested in learning about inversion is their troops were suffering from joint pain, right? I mean, they would go out and they'd do this tactical training and they would have joint pain. And they found that if they inverted the same day they had the activity and realigned the joint and decompressed the joint, they were less likely to have any pain. Because think about it, when you tweak your back, when you are out gardening or you do something and your back goes out and you go, and you think, that is really gonna hurt tomorrow, right? Because the muscles get tight. They start to, they wanna splint. That joint is not where it's supposed to be. They say, uh-oh, we don't want this moving further out of alignment. We're gonna tighten up. So they tighten up their spasm and it's very painful.
And what's the first thing you do? You start reaching for pills.
Right,
You start popping all the pills and do all that. And you know what? This is an all natural way to really make a difference. I want you to hear from a testimonial. I know this is something that you have been using for decades right here. Donna, who's been with us for a long time. But you know, you'll see how simple it is to control it. Because at first, I'm gonna tell you, it feels weird. It was like, whoa, what is that? Use the strap. We gave you the strap for a reason. Use that strap because it limits it. I have never done full inversion and never plan to.
You don't have to.
I don't have to.
You don't have
You
to,
get so many benefits just from doing a certain angle that you don't even ever have to do that.
Yeah.
But when you put that on, that's what keeps you exactly where you want it to be. And you can lessen it and you can make it the longest if you want to. So all these things that make it so simple and so comfortable for you to use. I want you to use it and I want you to use it and feel comfortable. But when you see how you can really direct this, you can direct it just simple little movements. You can adjust it completely, control it. So don't ever feel like this is going to like just tip over or whatever. It's not. It's just not. It's just the way that this is constructed. It is all about safety and a very gentle kind of way that you get this ultimate, unlike any other stretch.
It is unlike any other stretch because it is decompressing the spine. And when that happens, you're targeting back pain at the source. You're not just covering up the pain like you do with pills. You are going to that sciatica and actually relieving the pressure from that nerve. You are actually going to that spot that aches. I mean, look at this. 10 different types of back pain, from joint issues, muscle issues, alignment issues, and all of them are helped because we are targeting back pain 4 different ways. Stretching and relaxing tense muscles. If you have those tight shoulders, tight lower back, it's helping to stretch them out. Realigning the spine, that's typically an appointment that you have to make, right?
Right.
And then stretching out the spine, which is really the game changer because, like I said before, those discs need the moments when the pressure's off them to get the nutrition that they need for recovery and rejuvenation. And they really only get that opportunity at night. And because of the construction of the spine, it does take a long time for them to absorb the nutrition that they need because there's always background compression. So when we invert and we use our body weight as traction, those discs have 0 pressure on them all of a sudden, and they can rejuvenate much more rapidly. And it takes only 3 to 5 minutes. That's really what I want people to understand because there's so many benefits in such a short amount of time. And really think of it as like filling up a teacup, right? You can keep pouring, you can keep inverting. There's nothing wrong with staying here longer. Obviously, Donna's gonna be inverting for an hour.
The truth is, my problem is usually it's staying awake. I get so relaxed when I'm inverting that I almost want to take a nap on it. Don't. but you will feel that relaxed. I want you to hear from Teresa, who's been using this, and we're gonna take a quick break and we're coming right back because we really want to kick off your year with something that's going to make a tremendous, and I mean tremendous with a capital T, tremendous difference in your life.
Unfortunately, my back pain became a part of normal everyday life. I have to get up and I have to go to work. I have to take care of my son.
Whenever I would ask her if we could go to the park or play a little bit of baseball, she'd always say, "Oh, my back hurts, I can't do it." It made me feel sad for her.
I felt like the oldest lady in the world, which is so unfair to my son, so unfair to me. When I first saw the product on TV, I said, that makes so much sense. It just has to work. The first time I just sat there like this is great. I knew this is what it was gonna feel like. I was waiting for this. It releases the tension in my muscles. It helped me temporarily take that pain away by stretching myself the opposite ways that I don't normally stretch. And it's just wonderful. It does so much more than just provide back relief.
I think it's helping her. She's been helping out with my baseball team.
And now it's almost 8, 9 o'clock sometimes, and the time just flies by because me and my son are having so much fun. The Teeter was heaven sent for me. It promises you relief, and it definitely provides you with that relief.
Worry about one less thing with our Protection Plus plans at HSN. Electronics, fitness equipment, even jewelry can be covered. Shop smart and protect your purchase. It's easy to add when you're checking out. Search Protection Plus at hsn.com for more details.
We're making bigger even better with our supersize values, and they're available only at HSN. Supersize values are based on the price per ounce of the same item in a smaller size. However, they do not reflect a price at which HSN would sell the item. Have questions? Call us at 1-800-284-3900. Celebrate the new year with a whole weekend of new on HSN. New looks and fashion from actress and designer Jacqueline Smith.
You're going to love this.
New jewelry from Absolute. Plus, all new workout essentials, including footwear from fitness expert Denise Austin.
Let's get fit for the new year.
For everything new, watch Into the New, January 7th and 8th on HSN.
Hi, everybody. It's Denise Austin, and I've been helping millions of people stay in great shape for over 40 years. Helping women aspire to be healthy, active, and vital has always been a passion of mine. I am so excited to be part of the HSN family. You know why? I get to inspire you. We are going to get fit together.
Join fitness expert Denise Austin to live ever better, Thursday at midnight.
Because you are worth it.
So I couldn't recommend it highly enough to anyone out there who suffers any sort of lower back pain.
My mom said the first time I got on that thing and inverted, she said the look on my face, I looked like I was so relieved, the pressure.
And I will continue to use it for my back for many years to come.
It's been one of the best purchases that I've ever made in my life.
I have 6 grandkids, and I am able to get on the floor and play with them. Thanks for being there for me. I really appreciate it. Keep up the good work and stay upside down.
Man, it feels so good and just really relaxes you. I don't know that I'll ever not use this every day.
We use it every night right before we go to bed. We love our inversion table, and we couldn't do without it.
I just really wanted to say thank you.
And over the years, millions and millions of users of the Teeter Inversion Fitness Table. Right here at HSN, we have been presenting this. It's our longest running piece of physical fitness equipment in the history of HSN, 25 years here. But in 25 years, we have never, ever, ever presented this as a today's special. We've never had it at this price. This is the lowest price in the history of Teeter here at HSN. And what the value is going to show you is why today, if you have ever thought about this, if you have ever thought, maybe I just want to try it. Maybe I want to think about prevention. Maybe I'm suffering, you know, with some back pain or sciatica or stenosis or muscle tension, all these things that a Teeter inversion table can help temporarily relieve, give you some relief. People who suffer from all of those conditions, and even if it's just tension, you need that relief, because what are you turning to otherwise?
That is so true.
The pills, the this, the that, how expensive is it? You buy this, you're done. You are finished, that's all you buy, and you buy this, and you have it 10 years, because we are today, as a Today Special, extending that warranty for 5 years, so that now you're gonna be covered for 10 years. You will have this table at least 10 years. It's UL listed, which is so important, and so important, the benefits you can get from this, like you are seeing right there. The stretch is unlike anything else. I always say that we're gonna turn your world upside down, and you're gonna love it, because you do. You love the way this makes you feel.
You do. I mean, it's natural, it's non-invasive, and I hear from so many people having the freedom to do the things that you want to do, knowing that you have a place to go if you do tweak your back, or if you do start to experience any pain, that you have a method of maintaining a healthy spine. I mean, I think that's one of the biggest things is, yes, it's temporary. Brushing your teeth is temporary. Everything you do is pretty much temporary. But by doing it on a regular basis, and that's just 3 to 5 minutes a day, you really are helping to care for the health of your spine. Not just dealing with the back pain today, but keeping a flexible, supple spine. This is all the features on this table. Like, this is showing how easy it is. You just set it, set the angle, recline and relax, and it's just, it's UL quality, UL safety certified.
You're letting gravity do the work for you.
You're just laying there. You really are. I mean, you are laying there and letting your body stretch out. And this is something important. It does have our special firm decompression surface that allows you to get the full stretch. If there was foam on this table, you would not get the full decompressive stretch, and that's why we're the only brand that is FDA registered for those 10 back pain conditions and UL safety certified. It does allow you as well, this specialized bed rest, to use accessories like the acupressure nodes, line those up with the sore muscle. This is our wraparound ankle supports. These are a specialized design. They also sit more at the top of your foot and the back of your ankle. This really keeps you from feeling like you're clamped in by your ankles and held there. It's more of like a soft hug. You can remove the tether strap. You never have to go to full inversion, but you can. And I think this is so important, because I know people think, I don't think I will. And then it feels so good, and you do. This is the important. So I came in here, and there were guys standing around before the show, and they were like, I saw your presentation. I think this is so cool. I just don't have the space. And I said, oh, you know, it folds. And they went, it does? Why didn't you show us? And I went, I don't know. I guess I should, because it really is easy. You just undo the tether strap, pull this in, pull it around the opposite of use, and then close it up. It really is fast.
Right.
And
you can put it right under your bed.
I mean, put it behind a door. It springs into action quickly. It's not like something where sometimes when you put it in the storage position, you're like, I don't want to get it back out, forget it. It just goes right back in a few seconds, and you're ready to invert. So when it's folded up, it's about the size of an oversized ironing board, if that gives you a nice visual, and the footprint folded up is about the size of a bath mat. So you really can squeeze it into tighter spaces and then immediately have it action ready when you do want to use it.
Okay, we want to hear from Mark. Mark has been using the Teeter Inversion Table. Have a listen to this, but don't wait too long to get yours, because already very popular today, and we have a very limited quantity that we could get our hands on, especially at this price, which has never been done before. Have a listen to Mark.
When I was in back pain, I felt like an old man. Simple everyday things that we just take for granted, I couldn't do. The Teeter Inversion Table just lets your body and gravity take you to where you're supposed to be. All it is, it's you, a table, and gravity. I mean, come on, it's an easy recipe here. It's a no-brainer. I use it every single day. I went to my 40th high school reunion, and I went in and I said, my gosh, look at all these old people here. And I've never looked backwards ever since. All of a sudden, the old Mark is back again.
I mean, what do you want your quality of life to be? Do you want to not be able to do the things that you used to do and just go, oh, you know what, this hurts, excuse after excuse? Or do you want to be proactive, doing something that today on your credit card is what? $50, and we'll ship it to you absolutely free. And by the way, this is their newest version of their inversion table. I'd love for you to give a quick tour again of the features and talk, if you would, about the spine, the aging spine, because, you know, we do talk about age and how it affects our spine. But frankly, this is something my daughter, who when she was playing golf a lot, 16, 17, she would jump on this because she was doing the golf and it would twist her back, and she'd go, my back is killing me. I'm like, get on the inversion table. She loved it.
Yeah, well, it is important because if you are doing golf, you are stressing one side of your back. And as you can see here, when you stretch, you release the tension on both sides. But also in golf, you are literally throwing your back out of alignment and many times. So it realigns the spine, and of course it decompresses it. And the decompression is really where you see the big difference. If you have sciatica, that's relieving the pressure directly on the nerve root so that it is real relief. It's targeted, it's right at the cause. It is not just covering up symptoms and really giving the discs the chance that they need to absorb the nutrition and rejuvenate. So it really is for everybody, like you're saying. I mean, young and old, a lot of times, I mean, we hear that somebody in the family gets it because they have an issue. And kids do, I mean, what they have to do in sports, I have kids in sports.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's intense. They're working hard and their bodies take a beating and they've got backpacks and then they're gaming in their spare time. You know, I have boys, so they're like constantly in their room, like, I don't even know what they're doing. They're leaning over, they're staring at small screens, and it's like their posture is taking a hit. And so getting kids on and taking care of their spines when they're young. Stop them getting the headaches.
This is an ageless product. This is absolutely ageless. But if you do suffer from things like sciatica, herniated disc, stenosis, things like that, then absolutely this is something that the FDA has cleared this as a medical device that can be used for these following conditions: back pain, sciatica, spinal degenerative joint disease, spinal curvature due to tight muscles. What are you doing for that if you have a herniated disc? Are you popping the pills every day? I mean, come on. This is a natural way. You should at least try this and get the help that you need, get the relief that you need, albeit temporary. But let me tell you, it feels so good that, especially if you suffer from those conditions, you will do almost anything to get some of that temporary relief. It is right here and waiting for you, and you'll enjoy every single second of it.
Yeah, and with the 560, you are getting absolutely all of the essentials, all the features. You're getting the lumbar bridge, the acupressure nodes, the decompressive surface. You're getting a product that is a lot assembled for you and has the tools. You're getting the free app that has the on-demand classes, tips, tutorials, guides if you have sciatica, guides if you have golf. And then it's super easy, 1, 2, 3. So set your height, 4'8" to 6'6", works for the entire family. Just lock it in there. Set your maximum angle of inversion. You never have to go to full inversion. Just pick whatever angle you think you're gonna be comfortable at. Now, greater the angle, the greater the stretch, but there is a point where it's the magic angle, which is the angle of the rear legs, about 60 degrees. At that point, the pressure in your spine gets to at or near zero, and the disc can recover very, very rapidly. But you can get a lot of decompression at any angle, even starting as shallow as 20 degrees. Now, from here, 50% of my body weight's on one side, 50% is on the other. So you can see I'm pretty balanced here. And then I'm gonna raise my arm over my head, and I'm gonna rotate into inversion. Put my arm at my side, I'm gonna come back out. Now, when you're in inversion, you're getting what's called progressive decompression. That means that each joint is being decompressed by the joint that compresses it, by the weight that compresses it. So, I mean, if you've ever been to a chiropractor and they sell a decompression therapy, they actually pull, unless they have an inversion table, they're pulling at a central point, and it's very difficult for them to find the right load to pull. This is always the right load for every joint. You're not just targeting the joint that's aching and relieving the pressure and pain from there, but you're actually getting every single joint in your spine to open up, to realign, to take the pressure off of nerve roots, and really to rejuvenate them. I want you to think of this as any other healthy maintenance program that you do, like brushing your teeth. It's gonna help you once you have the cavity or once you have back pain, but it really is a great preventative method for taking care of your spine, maintaining flexibility. Most professional athletes have it. Oh, this is huge. Oh, I'm so glad you guys showed this. This is a new study, 2021, in a peer-reviewed article, thousands of participants in this study, and what they found is patients that were going in for surgery for sciatica and low pain with inversion, in just 6 weeks, 75% saw an improvement in their ability to just do their daily activities. I mean, when you look at products out there, that is a huge number.
Absolutely.
That is a huge number. I mean, go start Googling back pain products. It's very difficult for them to meet any of the promises that they're offering because backs are difficult, right? I mean, that's why when you have back pain, you're kind of at a loss. The doctor will be like, yeah, you know, take this or have a shot of that or, you know, or, you know, maybe even surgery. And it's because they're really hard to deal with. And this is an easy, natural way. Now, it's not a cure-all like we were talking about. It is temporary, like everything is temporary, like brushing your teeth is temporary. But that relief that it gives you is something, as my dad said, you know, when he first started and he had debilitating back pain, he'd get relief for a couple hours. And the more you use it, the more that relief builds because you're helping to get a healthier spine. And so you have to consistently use it the same as you have to consistently eat healthy to have those benefits or go to the gym, you know, regularly to have those benefits. Consistent use of this will help you maintain a healthy, flexible, functioning spine.
And you can have that for 10 years because we're giving you a 10-year warranty for the first time ever. Have a listen to what Horace says. But I want you to come back and I want you to really think about trying this. Think about getting this home with the free shipping, best price ever as we celebrate 25 years here. Horace has something very important to say.
I was always an active person. I've always been physical. To have that come to a screeching halt was something I really couldn't live with. Physically, mentally, and emotionally, I was totally a grumpy old man. When I got my Teeter, that's when it all changed for me. And the more I worked my back, the more relief my back gave me. And that's when I knew that this machine really works. It's so simple and yet so effective. If it wasn't for the Teeter, I wouldn't be the person I am today. It put the smile back on my face. If I was face to face with Roger Teeter, I would cry like a baby because what he gave me was my life back. And I thank him. I thank him for that.
You can just tell me in person.
Oh, God. Thank you, sir. I didn't know you were going to be here.
I love my job, and it's because of testimonies like yours. I wrecked my back, and inversion changed my life. This is not a gimmick. We're not just selling product. We're selling a changed lifestyle.
Yes.
So many people have written off their ability to move freely because of old age. No, it's the long-term effects of gravity combined with lifestyle, posture, and a whole lot of other things. Teeter's a way to fight back against that.
I can't thank you enough.
Your dad dedicated his life, it chokes me up saying it on the video. No. Your dad dedicated his life to changing people's lives, to improving their lives.
Yeah.
This is the way that you can do that you can get this home at the very best price. I'm sure he's looking down right now going, how much is that? $249.99? We have never done that price. And you will not see this price not anywhere except for here. This is a today's special because we're celebrating a very special anniversary with Teeter. 25 years here, millions of people have been using it. We want to welcome all the new customers we have that have joined just to buy this product today.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, you're making the right decision because this one is a great place to start shopping with us here. You will find it not to be, we bring in quality. We bring in the best of the best. That's why this is UL listed. That's why it has been with us 25 years. And that's why today, as we celebrate their anniversary, we're giving you the very best of the best. We're giving you their newest version of their inversion table. And on top of that, 5 flex payments means you can split it up. $50 on your credit card, we'll ship it to you free. But when you see how this works, seeing is one thing, but you don't get to the believing part until you actually experience it. The experience is almost, you can't even really explain it. Because I can't, all day you get the effects of gravity, right? And you don't really notice it, but your body sure does, you know? So when you reverse it, when you take the gravity and let it work to undo what it's been doing all day, it's just an indescribable experience.
Yeah, I agree. I think that you don't realize how bad you feel until you feel good. You know, I mean, you get this stretch out and you go, I was carrying way more tension than I thought I was. I mean, it's an incredible release, and it travels from like your body feeling to even like the oxygen wash to the upper body. There's actually a famous model who talks about inversion as her secret beauty regimen. It's an internal facial, as she said, because it gives a nice oxygen wash, blood wash, and people worry about that. Like, oh, what about the extra blood in the head? I promise you, the first couple times you're gonna feel a little bit more pressure. Your baroreceptors
I like the way it feels.
Yeah, but they're gonna, there's receptors in your neck that will be trained and you will not feel that same like pressure after the first few times. It really is relaxing. A lot of people talk about meditating while inverted, just taking 3 to 5 minutes of just deep breathing. I mean, it is, have you ever tried this where you just let out all the air and hold it, and it magnifies the stretch in a way because it just releases. I hear Donna doing it. Donna's like, I'm trying it right now. And you release it and just like, oh, it just feels so good. I come off, I have mine in my bedroom. It's the last thing I do. You know, I mean, my day's hectic. I work, I have kids. I feel like I wake up and I run until I go to bed. And that moment of just relaxing on my inversion table, taking a few deep breaths.
It's your favorite time.
Yes, and then I get into bed, and you know, if I don't have my table, it'll take me half an hour, 45 minutes to like unwind and fall asleep. I will be out in 5 minutes, sleep through the night. I mean, it helps relax you in a way that you can't even, you have to feel it to believe it.
You have to feel it to believe it. But seeing what's happening to your spine, this is what inversion can really help you with.
Right, I mean, it's so much more than back pain. We're always focused on back pain because when you hurt, you need a solution. But your spine is always being impacted by gravity, and what that means is the discs thin out. They get much thinner and you lose height. And you know that to be a fact because every single one of our grandmas and grandpas tells us how tall they used to be, right?
Right.
And so
that is so true.
When you lose height, you lose flexibility, you lose mobility. That is the reason is that the bones get closer together. Now of course, like anything else that's anti-aging, there's no cream that's gonna keep you looking 20 years old, but there's creams that are gonna help you, you know, from advancing in age as quickly as you would without it. And that's what this is. It's by inverting, we have people that are super seniors. My dad being one of them, 83, he was still water skiing, snow skiing, you know, doing those types of things. But we have people that took up hurdle jumping, like in the Senior Olympics in their 80s, or Taekwondo, and she's now 90 and a black belt. I mean, these are things where age is a number. And you choose how you're gonna deal with it. My dad was the biggest advocate of that. And one thing that I think everybody just looks at him and is inspired by what he's done in his life. And he really attributes that to inversion. I mean, the fact that in his 40s, he couldn't barely get out of bed because of back pain, to in his 80s, You know,
Water
until-
skiing.
Yeah.
Oh, he lived such an